All right, welcome back, folks. We had to take a little break, uh, put some liquids in our systems,
Let some liquids out.
and yeah, that's for sure. But let's see, we were talking about our favorite lure. We covered that. So now we're gonna start. I guess I'll start with my favorite club in the bag. If I could only use one for the rest of my life.
If you were stranded on an island,
If I was stranded on a shoot,
or you
if
played.
I was-
Side note: I watched an episode, series of Survivor one time, and a dude brought like a pitching wedge. I'm like, dude, I would definitely bring a golf club.
yeah.
Dude, if I played Survivor,
Oh yeah, yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
So, which
Dude,
club would you
you'd be a
bring if you were
stud.
stuck on an island?
If I was stuck on an island, I mean, obviously some type of wedge, but
So this is not that club.
no.
Okay, all right. All right, go ahead.
But I don't know, man. I played in a tournament, and it was a close to the pin, and I was so excited because everybody's winning drivers, and I'm like, dude, I definitely need a new driver. Super stoked, and so I got close to the pin, and they gave me a putter. I'm like, dude, I already got a nice putter. I love my putter. I mean, it was a Soto putter. It's like,
TaylorMade.
yeah, TaylorMade Soto. So it was like a 200, 300. I think it was a $200 putter.
Yeah.
And so I was like, whatever, dude. I guess I'll just try to sell it on Facebook Marketplace or something. I don't know. And so I took it up to the PGA Superstore, and I was like, I really need a 3-wood. I got the TaylorMade Bubble 2, like the OG
Yeah.
old 3-wood, and I was like, I'm just gonna get a 3-wood. So I hit like a couple different 3-woods, and I love the shoot. What do I have?
Callaway, right?
Callaway Rogue.
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 Orange and black, right?
Yeah. It's the Rogue. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Rogue.
Is it the Rogue?
It's not the Stealth.
It's not the Maverick.
No, so it's
Rogue.
definitely Rogue. Yeah.
Because I thought they did a Rogue back in the day and it was blue, black and blue was a Rogue as well. But maybe I think it is Rogue. I think
Yeah.
you're right.
Um.
Yes, that's the last year's model.
Yeah.
They're sweet for sure.
So I got that for $300. So realistically, I got the trade-in value for 200. Then I got it, the wind grips on it, super sweet. And I was like,
Yep.
dude, I'm freaking bombing this club. And I don't know how accurate the numbers are at the PGA Superstore, but
Yeah, we all know they might be a little bit.
yeah, I was hitting the 3 with like 255, and I was like, bro, this is sick. Like, I'm about to get rid of the driver, only hit the 3-wood. We're about to be good. So I mean, I would probably say a 3-wood is my favorite. But to add to that, when you and I were playing at Bristol Manor,
Mhm.
and I was like, dude, I need a wedge. I've
Oh
got
my gosh. Yeah.
my pitching wedge, my A wedge, which I have no clue what the degree is. All I know is I hit it decent sometimes, and that's it. I didn't have a 60, so I was like, I don't know what this club is, but I'm gonna get a 56. So go in the PGA
shop.
store,
The Pro Shop.
or the
Bristol, yeah.
pro shop in Bristol Manor, and I was like, how much is this club? He's like, I can sell it to you right now for like $100. I was like, all right, I'll buy it.
I remember that.
So then this was hole 9, I think.
I don't remember what hole. That was a long time ago. That was like that was like
Yeah.
before I started
Long
playing.
time
That was
ago.
like one of my first times playing with you, like actually playing
I
golf.
want to say it was on the turn, and then when we got to the 10th hole, I was in a bunker.
Yeah.
And I chipped it in from that bunker.
Yeah.
And you're like, what, dude? That was a sick shot. And I was like, let's go. I love this club, man. And I think it was like 2 or 3 holes later, I was in the like the rough or the fringe.
Yeah.
And I chipped in again, and Justin's like, dude, what in the world? Let me see this freaking club, dude. What are you doing? So, I don't know. I love the short game, but I don't know. I guess it would have to be a 3-wood.
Yeah. I mean, that's before I could chip,
Yeah.
which we can talk about that. But I didn't know how to use the wedge at all at that point when you
Yeah.
were chipping in and stuff with that. It was a Callaway. I think it was a Callaway. That wedge. It was a Callaway
Mac Daddy?
Mac Daddy.
Yeah.
The black. It was black, right?
Yeah.
You still have that?
Yeah, I have it. Black and green, baby.
Have you ever chipped in since then
Maybe at Piedmont.
with it?
Yeah,
It's awesome.
maybe once.
So I guess we'll go into my favorite club in the bag,
Yep.
which is funny because that's what I mentioned. That was before I knew how to use a wedge, but now I think my favorite club is a 50-degree wedge, a wedge, um, which is funny. Like when I first started really playing, when I was working at the Currituck Club down in
Hmm.
Outer Banks,
Hmm.
the a wedge was kind of one of the only wedge I really could even hit. That would go decent. It said a wedge on the thing.
Right.
It was like a it's like a set the rental set
Yeah.
a wedge. So, but yeah, I think a wedge because you can hit. That's pretty much like my 100-yard club or like a little bit like over 100 yards, pretty much. If it's over 100 yards, 105. I'm using a wedge. 100
Yeah.
yards by a wedge, unless pretty standard. And you can hit them. You can hit a 90-yard shot with it. You can hit it. If it's windy, you can knock it down. You can hit it full. You can chip with it.
Justin knows how to do that. I don't know how to do
And
that
nowadays I can do it
yet.
now. Yeah, we've come a long way since you bought the Mac Daddy.
I hit a little worm burner. That's my punch shot.
Yeah, I've come a long way since you bought the Mac Daddy. But yeah, I think 50-degree because you can hit like bump and run shots with it around the green.
Yeah.
Like if I was stranded on an island, that'd probably be the club I would bring
Oh, for
because
sure.
you can open it up.
Yeah.
You can hit bunker shots with it. Like I think the A wedge, 50-degree A wedge. If you want to talk about my 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 chipping yips, I hate that word. I don't even like saying that word.
Chipping
But
nips. Yeah.
yeah, I mean that wasn't even yips because I didn't even know how to even use a wedge. I was like you know.
More or less, let me put it to you this way. So, before Justin moved to Currituck for what, 3 years?
No, I wish it was 3 years.
Like two
It was
years?
I graduated from CNU in 2016,
Yeah.
so it was like right after that. So it was like basically from like May till like November of 2016.
Yeah.
So it was like 7 months or something like that. I was down there. I went down there. I went down there to work at Ocean Atlantic Rentals. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
You do like boards, bikes, all that kind of stuff, delivery, all that kind of stuff. And then I met a couple guys that worked at the Currituck Club and
Yeah.
golfed, and I was trying to start
That was such a
getting
sick
into
course.
golf. I was just getting into golf.
Yeah.
So I asked one of the dudes, and they're like, "Yeah, we're always hiring people like cart dudes." So I applied, got the job, and
Was that before Piedmont or?
yeah, that's how I got the Piedmont.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Club
so
Corp.
yeah, Club Corp, exactly.
Yeah.
So I got the job with Currituck, and that's all she wrote for
Yeah.
like any kind of baseball stuff. Like I coached a little bit when I got around here, but yeah, I fell in love with golf at Currituck Club in Outer Banks. That's where I fell in love with golf. I'll just like text you guys like I'm coming for you.
Pretty much.
I'm coming.
Pretty much before Currituck, Justin, anywhere around the green was just like, I don't know, just trying to stab at it and hoping for the best. Every course we played at, I'm like, I mean, the problem with our family is we love giving advice. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, just don't swing your hands like that. Swing your hands like this, and then you'll start hitting it right. It's like, dude, just let me figure it out.
Yeah,
And
basically.
pretty much, you went to Currituck, to Corolla, North Carolina, and he came back a changed man, ready to go. Started
Well,
chipping the ball good, putting the ball good. All the
yeah,
hours out there on the course.
but yeah, I learned all that stuff. But even then, I never really learned. So I moved from Currituck, and they moved me up to Piedmont. Worked at Piedmont, and then that is when I could hit most of the clubs pretty decent, but hitting an actual wedge like 90 yards, like an almost full wedge,
Yeah,
not chipping,
yeah,
like 100 yards in, was a nightmare. I didn't even know what to do.
yeah,
So I have a buddy, Tommy Videtti, another shout out. He tried to do some pro golf and stuff. He moved to Jupiter and was doing that for a while, but he's from Williamsburg, so I used to go and visit him, and he taught me how to hit an actual like wedge shot, like 90-yard, 100-yard shot.
yeah. It's
The
key.
dead arm, like salt, actual wedge shot. So that changed my game. That's when I was actually able to like shoot in the 70s more consistently and like get into like the good golf, actual good golf. And that's how I've come to now having the 50-degree as my favorite club because I can hit it full. I know how to hit all those different shots with
Yeah.
it. So shout out Tommy Videtti for sure for that one for the wedge tip,
Oh yeah.
dude. He worked at Ford's Colony down in Williamsburg, and they have like 3 or 4 courses at that club, and each one has a different type of grass.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yes. So I would go down there and visit him, and that's when I was just fell in love with golf down in Currituck, moved up, and I would go down there and just play all weekend. He would kind of be working, and we would play, and I would just play
Yeah.
for like a whole weekend, And he would be giving me little tips while we're playing, and it helped so much.
Get the flyers out of the rough.
Yeah.
It's the
Oh yeah.
worst.
Well, yeah. Later on, yeah, he used to talk about that kind of stuff too, like
Yeah.
different lies and this, and that little training tool I showed you with the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the ball and keep it between your like forearms. But yeah, man. So 50-degree and 3-wood.
3-wood.
You'll hit ADs will hit that 3-wood from any position.
Yeah, I'm starting to
wood.
learn. I'm starting to learn about lies. If you got a downhill lie, you definitely don't want to hit a 3-wood because 9 times out of 10, it's probably just going to be like either a worm burner right, or it's going to be about a 100-yard slice.
What about out of the rough or out of the trees, out of the mulch?
Dude, rough all day.
What about like the branches
Because see,
and leaves?
that's the good part about having a 3-wood is like with me, I'll choke up on a 3-wood and I'll hit a punch 3-wood
Or a 5-wood.
Well, the 5-wood, yeah. It really depends on what the rough is like, because if that ball's sitting up too much in that rough and you hit it, dude, you'll either hit under the ball or it'll go about 100 yards in the air, which is what you don't want.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to learn a little bit of course management. And
yeah, that's Aaron's. I would say your biggest flaw with your golf game.
Yeah.
But you also when we try to say, hey, Aaron, you should be safe here. You're like, nah, I'm gonna hit 5-wood. Like, all right, and you end up pulling off the shot. And you're like, see, I told you I should hit that club.
Like, dude, I just hit that 5-wood 220. They're like, yeah, right.
You still shouldn't have hit that club, but good shot.
There's a will, there's a way.
Yeah,
you're
you're definitely the magician of the golf crew for sure.
Scrambler.
Mm-hmm. Scrambling from way back.
Recovery, that's me.
Which I'm starting to get good at scrambling, which was not it's never really been my best suit, but that's part of my game, honestly. But that's part of my game. But Virginia Golf Center is where my short game has been developed for sure.
That's probably the biggest thing I hated was when we finally moved to Manassas. Broad Run closed down. I was like,
sad,
dude.
Sad for our area. We've had a lot
5 minutes.
We've had a lot of golf courses close in the Northern Virginia area over the years. Like the two we mentioned earlier, driving range, the par 3 course, Broad Run.
Well, back in high school, I used to play at Virginia Oaks.
General's Ridge, Virginia Oaks. That's 5.
Yeah. General's Ridge.
5 golf courses have closed since we've been alive. That's not good. So this is why we're doing the podcast. We're doing the podcast for you, okay? For the golfers in the area, Northern Virginia. We're gonna save golf in Northern Virginia, the DMV area. But before that, let's get to I guess we'll do 2023 recap. So the main outlet of Lose Golf and Fish Club is our tournaments.
Yep.
Our events. This was our first year doing a full schedule of fishing tournaments. Last year we did 3. It was kind of like a feeler type of thing. Year 1 we did only golf because I was into golf. I was golfing more than 98% of people, I think. I was golfing so much.
And then when I picked up golf, you finally decided to pick up fishing. Mm-hmm. I was like, dude,
I bought a boat. I was like, golf's too expensive, man. Well, after COVID, during COVID we were golfing all the time because we were sliding on here, doing this, and then all of a sudden it was like twice the amount to go golfing. We're like, let's go fishing. So that's the biggest part of that. So yeah, the tournaments. This was the first year of Lose Golf Fish Club full fishing tournaments. We did 7 tournaments. I think 7 golf tournaments, 7 fishing tournaments, and 7 golf tournaments as well. Running 2 shows at once.
First year or second year?
We've done 7 golf tournaments every year. I think pretty much 5, 7, 8. I think we did one year. Or 10 maybe last year, but
I think first year we did like mostly public courses. Second year we did mostly country clubs.
Yeah,
and then
we can get into all that on another show probably. Honestly, it's a lot because But so anyway, so 2023 recap: first year of double full schedule golf and fishing tournaments. Our golf. We'll do a little shout out for our Lose awards real quick. If you want to, the golfer of the year was Zach Stronko, my one of my best buddies from way back since elementary school.
Yeah.
It's like second grade or something. So he had like I think 10 points. I think he came to pretty much every golf event. So
Yeah.
that helps a lot. But
Helps when you're good
he
at something.
and he's good and he's good. He's a good like sneaky good handicap. So he gets a
Yeah.
good amount of strokes and he's also like can play good golf. So
Yeah.
he definitely deserved that. There was one guy that got pretty close at the end. He needed like close to the pin. He needed like to win like two contests and like for the European team to win.
Yeah.
European team won, but he only and he won a contest. He was 1 point shy of tying Zach. But
Hmm.
yeah. So that shout out Zach Stronko, golfer of the year 2023. And then the angler of the year was Thomas
Alderman.
Alderman, the
Yeah.
OG, came out and showed us how it was done at the
He did.
Aquaquan, but which is awesome. I know he's a OG of the Fountainhead
Fountainhead
fishing
tournaments. Yeah.
tournaments, so he showed us some love and support and came out to the Lose tournaments this year. So that was awesome, and I mean I went out and fished with him recently, so I'm excited to learn more from him. He's definitely a good fisherman.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. So he was angler of the year. I think he had 9 points, and he won the Lose Cup, the last tournament, and had the biggest fish, which he needed that to win. So he showed out.
Just barely beat me.
Yeah,
Barely beat me by a
he
fish.
showed out. I mean, we'll have to we'll do the member of the year next. Which is James Murtha. Jimmy Goes Fishing on Instagram. He's doing his fishing content and stuff, which is awesome. Definitely helped us out with a lot of sponsors, fishing sponsors for this year. It's the first time we've done any fish. Last year we didn't do any fishing sponsors.
Yeah.
So that he got some guys, some brands and stuff on board this year for that, and it's been like I said, I keep saying like a battery pack, like a jolt in like our back.
Yeah.
For,
We
like,
definitely
for
needed it. For sure.
fishing and like doing more stuff and like really excited about fishing and gotten us, wanting to really grow like the fishing side. And so shout out to him for coming out. And I mean, he didn't know us from Joe, from Adam, his first time coming out, and now he's like one of our best buddies. So we'll definitely have Murtha on for sure.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody that's came out to a fishing tournament, and I mean, even golf, like they just say it's like just like a different atmosphere. It's like very like friendly, like kind of like family oriented. Um, I mean, one of my buddies that came out, Brandon McCoy. He's like, oh, I gotta make it out to one of these tournaments. He's like, can you change one of the Aquan tournaments? It's like my wife's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, I mean, we're working off two schedules. We got golf and fishing, so we're trying to do the best we can.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, dude, next year, like I'm showing up to every fishing tournament. Like it was a blast. I had so much fun. Like it was like competitive, but it was like super fun. Like everybody was super friendly. Like just had a really, really good time. So I'm excited about 2024.
Yeah, it is fun. It's like that's what we're going for, is that middle ground between people that want to compete and get that competitive juice flowing.
Yeah.
As you would with a tournament. I have a tournament tomorrow, like ooh.
Yeah.
But also like casual, like no one really cares that much. Throwing some money, seeing some buddies, hanging out, talking shit a little bit, like drinking some beers, like having a good time is the main goal.
Yeah.
But it's also fun to say, oh, I won. Like I beat this dude, and like maybe I'm gonna work on this technique and try to come back and win the next tournament, golf or fishing. Like I know I'm like the the main dude, like the one like that loves it most. But before tournaments, I'm pre-fishing. You're always pre-fishing. Like golf too. I'm like, I got a tournament that week. I'm like going to Virginia Golf Center, chipping a little bit, might hit a couple of balls, and like looking to find a tee time. And I imagine other people doing the same thing.
Yeah,
it just gets you kind of like something to work at, other than like just going to work and go home and then doing the same thing. Like, oh, I got a tournament on Saturday or Sunday. Let me get my baits ready. Let me like look at some techniques or like So it's a good little like just something to get into for.
One thing I've definitely learned is like
really,
one thing I've definitely learned is if you're married and you got kids like myself, then you just tell your wife you got a social gathering to go to, and it's gonna happen.
It is a nice excuse. It's a better excuse than just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go play golf with my buddies and She's like, well, we know you're gonna be drinking
Yep.
and you're just going to play golf. Like at least this is like, hey, we have a tournament. You
Yeah.
know?
There's an excuse.
Yeah, it's a little bit better excuse.
Yeah. Like, and there's gonna be a cookout afterwards.
It's for the club.
I mean,
It's for the club, and it's for more than just yourself. It's
mhm.
about more than just yourself, which is, um, you know, easier to explain. And it's fun, dude. And like that's how it basically started. The whole idea was like I like golf. I was getting pretty good at golf, and I love fishing. Grew up fishing, but like it's only so much fun doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
Like
It's so much
catching
more
your
fun.
fish and taking a picture and shooting a good score with you and your brother or you and your cousin over and over, which is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, let's like bring my buddies that I know that are pretty good. Let's see if they can play against them and see what
Right.
happens, you know.
Right.
Or do a different format, do a scramble, do a this, and like, yeah, it's definitely fun.
We definitely try to make it interesting, though. I mean, like with fishing, it's a little bit more difficult because you see each other early in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning,
It's
and
not
then
as much hangout time. For
but
sure.
I mean, when everybody comes back and like all the fishing tournaments that we do, we don't keep the fish. We just take a picture, we weigh it with
The card.
weigh it with a card. We have everything on file. So I mean, we're not out here like the freaking those walleye guys stuffing weights in the fish. I mean,
I mean, yeah,
if you're coming out trying to win $50 or $100 stuffing weights in the fish, then this ain't the group for you. But
right.
I mean, we're out here having a good
Exactly.
time, and when we get back to the boat ramp, everybody's like super chill. Everybody's like super excited to see what weights other people have. It's not like, oh, I bet you them Weaver boys, they probably got us this time. Like,
Or cheated, or
yeah,
cheated, or something like that. I mean, if you're coming out and cheating for, yeah, like you said, like $50, it's like, all right,
but I mean, like the super cool thing that I liked about this past year was we had a guys. It was a super slow day on the res, and like nobody was catching fish. I think the first fish was caught at like 11:30, and those guys use live scope,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
they were like, "Look, man, like it was a tough day out there. Like we lost. Like we're just gonna go ahead and just DQ ourselves."
yeah,
And I'm like, for somebody to come up to us and say that is like super respectful.
yeah. I mean, if you
Like,
want to DQ yourself and turn your live scope on, that's cool too.
yeah, I mean, if you want to come out and
But
fish and you can't
yeah,
catch fish without live scope, and you want to actually say that, then dude, that's you're in the right spot. You know?
yeah, um, yeah. I mean, the tournaments are no live scope. We'll probably keep it like that forever.
Yeah,
You can use live scope pre fishing,
yeah,
or if you fish there the weekend before or whatever with your buddy, that's
sure,
fine. But
yeah,
during the tournament, being able to like pinpoint fish is definitely an advantage with against somebody that doesn't have that, or like a new member comes up, oh, they want to rent a boat, like they have no chance.
yeah,
And that's what I've seen or heard about other tournaments is like no, Joe Schmo just can't, you can't just come up there and even have a chance or
yeah,
even have fun because they act like they're like the best fisherman ever and like this is like the good fisherman stuff and you're not supposed to be
right, right,
here and you don't have live scope, like, oh, well, good luck, so I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be like, I mean obviously if we fish there and people fish there they're gonna have a better chance, but who knows, like if you have a bad day,
yeah,
that
yeah,
guy the new guy might run into a big fish, like
yeah.
anything can happen with fishing.
I mean
you know
the fishing tournament at Crockett Park, Ashley
mm-hmm.
caught a freaking 7 pounder
That's our record. Biggest fish of
at the
Blues
boat
Golf Fish
ramp.
Club is Ashley.
It was like
Yeah,
30 minutes left of the tournament, and she's throwing like a bandito bug or something like that.
yeah. She said
And
black and blue bandito
yeah,
bug. Yeah.
and she just dropped it down and caught a freaking. I mean,
As they were waiting to put their boat up
yeah,
on the
it's like 30 minutes left of the boat
Dude.
of the tournament,
Yeah.
and she freaking catches his fish, and I'm like, no way, dude. Like, what are the chances?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
That's what it's about, though.
yeah,
That's what the whole thing is about. So I mean, other than the tournaments, we also are trying to expand in other directions too. Just trying to put little feelers out. We've done some chart. You've been with a charter. I've been with a charter. So hopefully one day we'll be good enough to be doing some charter stuff. But
yeah,
I want to be able to be a like platform for other businesses or something. Like if people have their own business
yeah,
or something. If someone want to do like a charter or do someone's good at photography, they want to come through. or do video, or like you are good at working on boats and stuff.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do something like that, just like a little platform,
We'll
it'd be awesome.
we'll probably have live scope for those charters just to make sure we put you on some kind of fish. But
Well, yeah, you have. I mean, you have to have live scope really to have a charter these days. I mean, if you don't have, I mean, I
yeah, man,
guess
I've
you
been
know. I mean,
fishing in these waters a
I don't
long
know.
time.
Yeah, with live bait, I guess you wouldn't
Yeah.
really need it, but definitely necessary these days. So let's check this.
Recap 2024.
Let's see here. What to expect in 2024? Um, probably do.
I don't know, boss man. You tell
I
us.
know.
What do you got?
I'm in the building, the research and development stage right now. That's been January. Cold, can't fish, can't golf, so it's in the planning stage right now. I mean, more of everything. I mean, probably
Yeah.
do same schedule. Probably do 7 fishing, 7 golf again. And just run that because that was solid. It was manageable. Just try to build that. Try to get more people to each tournament.
Yeah, I think this year, I mean, I definitely want to try to run it more into winter because we had a lot of people that were like, dude, let's just do like some small winter tournaments
Yeah, but
somewhere.
I want there to be time to,
Yeah.
extra time in the fall to like chase the fall smallmouth and do those little like offhand like little like meetup trips.
Yeah.
Because if it's filled with tournaments, like we're not gonna do that kind of stuff. But if there's like empty air, and like we're doing golf stuff or whatever, and someone wants to go, hey, let's go meet up and go meet at Shepherdstown again and
Yeah,
do
Shepherdstown was
that.
fun, dude.
Or let's go Shenandoah this weekend and do something. Or let's do whatever. Go to Occoquan. A bunch of us meet at Occoquan and do something.
I think we're definitely going to be a little bit more strict on our not our rules, but like
Yeah, I was gonna say that earlier about like it's competitive but casual. Nobody really cares. But like, I mean, we still want it to be fair. Like, we still want to have rules and make sure everyone knows, is on the same page.
we definitely had a couple hiccups
So
this year, but
there's always going to be hiccups.
Yeah.
You learn more about what not to do in
Yeah.
tournament than what to do. And that's the same with like anything. We're saying that about fishing trips too.
Yeah.
It's hard to get it right.
Yeah.
Like AP, shout out AP Basson and John B.
Yeah.
They did the Never Stop tour, and that's AP was saying that like
Never Stop
like,
3, baby.
Yeah, he was like you learn a lot more about what not to do when you're doing a fishing trip than what to do. It's like every time it's like something goes wrong, this goes wrong, and you don't catch fish, or and it's like to actually like have everything work. You actually catch fish. Nothing crazy happens. Like, it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
Same with tournaments. Like, someone's always like, "Well, this happened," or "What happens if this happened?" Golf is not as
hectic.
Yeah, but handicapping and stuff is hard too.
Yeah.
But this year we're gonna do an official handicap. Everyone has to have an actual handicap.
Yeah, at least there's something to keep track of that.
I don't want to weed people out that don't have one, but I think it's gonna be necessary to like actually keep people honest and feel like make people feel like they're getting their money's worth by paying a buy-in and people not cheating and stuff. So
I think people question me a little bit when I said my handicap was about a what is it, like probably a 25 or 30 over par. They're like, yeah, right, dude, you're striking the ball. I'm like, I mean,
yeah, that's the thing,
dude. I have my days. I mean,
yeah.
I do all right sometimes, but
yeah, you're sneaky.
Yeah,
sure. People that get a lot of strokes. I mean, you can play good. You can shoot in the 90s. You can shoot, in the 80s probably if you have a good day.
I think I won. It was either like the first or second year of Prince William.
You've won a golf tournament.
Yeah.
You've won a fishing tournament.
Yeah.
I've won one of each too. I won the Van Hill Invitational this past year, the big one.
Go.
That's like the main
Yeah.
individual stroke play. Shot a 74.
Jesus.
Yeah. I think 74. Pretty sure.
I think I shot like a 89 or a 90, something like that at the Prince William one. Dude, I caught so much shit from people, and I'm like, dude, I play golf like maybe once a month.
Yeah. Yeah, that was out of nowhere though. I hadn't played. That's 30 minutes is up, but all right. Let's pause it. It's fun though.